Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Brevard Sports Network, our continuing coverage of youth football Super Bowls. Caleb Brown here, along with Chase Alexander. We apologize for the late get-up, but look, traffic sucked. We hit a patch of traffic. There was a truck or something on fire on the highway, and with that being said, we were literally sitting in one spot for 30, 45 minutes.
Yeah, it was a rough one out there.
But we're back. We're live, and thanks for sticking with us. We are here live for the second half here of the flag game. Currently, no score. 43 seconds left here at halftime. Beautiful Daytona Beach Municipal Stadium. Beautiful stadium. We love coming here every year for the Mffcc Super Bowls. Tag all your friends. Let them know we are live. We are live here on Facebook. We're also live on YouTube. Both places. And we're going to try to be live on both Facebook and YouTube all day long. All depends on our signal. Sometimes the signal is great here, and sometimes signal doesn't cooperate. So, as always, let us know where you're watching from, who you're rooting on, and we got rosters. So let me go and get these rosters out. Wow. Rosters. Let's go 6U. Or let's go flag, not 6U. I've done multiple different leagues this year, so usually 6U is flag. So here, Chase. Here you are.
All right.
Take them. We don't have a roster for Pahokee flag. One was not emailed to us. All we have is the Greenwood Panthers. Pahokee did not send us a flag roster. Yep, goodbye. We don't tolerate spammers on our... Goodbye. Yeah, that one's gone. So here we go. And flag gets ready for second half, first possession. Let's go ahead and zoom right on in for you. And the young man takes it around the corner and cuts back around. Trying to get back to the outside, cuts up. Look at that, 50 or 45, and had his flag pulled.
All that running for 4 yards.
Wow, yeah, his flag was pulled early.
He got a good exercise out of that one, coming out of the half.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing? That music. All right, so those binoculars are going to come in handy because we are 3 stories up.
Four
stories up. Quarterback looks to be, the ref would get out of the way.
12?
Number 3 is the quarterback. For the, we don't have a roster for Pahokee. So there went number 3 trying to pick up some yards. And it's going to bring up third down and about 4. Gives it to number 3. Number 3 gets to the outside and immediately has his flag pulled at about the 40-yard line. May have gained a yard on the play.
Country man on the microphone and you got DJ Twig gonna turn it up for us a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Again, no score here in the third quarter of the flag game. I know I have second half on the scoreboard, but it's the third quarter. It's going to be fourth down. He's getting to the outside. Avoids a flagpole.
Yep, just short of that first down marker.
Looking good though. Fourth down at the 47-yard line.
And I think they're going to go for it.
Stop the clock. Timeout called by the Pahokee Blue Devils.
First of the second half. Score still 0-0. And brought me some of that good breakfast up here, waking up now.
Got
Everybody came out.
the officials. Timeout. If a roster's en route, we will gladly use it once it gets up. Like I said, everybody else sent us the email, the rosters. So we were able to print those out before we left the studio this morning at a wonderful time of 6 in the morning. That traffic was something else. And here comes, I believe that's still number 3, who gets his flag pulled, and that flag pull.
It's going to be a turnover on downs. Loss of about 4 on that play. So
I believe that was a Darius Sims Jr. on the flagpole.
it's going to set up the Panthers with almost ideal field position here.
At the 41-yard line.
Let's try that for me. All right.
At 39-yard line.
All right, so turnover on downs, and now we get the Panthers here. Let's get the number on that quarterback. Quarterback is number 1. And number 1, that's Birch Bryant from Sandy Lane Elementary. And a timeout called by the Greenwood Panthers. And we like to remind everyone that all these broadcasts today are brought to you by Gamers R Us out of Cocoa, Florida. They specialize in playing card dealing, Digimon, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, and a lot of those other great card games. In Cocoa, they had some Black Friday deals. If you know a card player in your life, again, Pokemon, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Dragon Ball Z, you know someone who likes trading cards, they're the store you need to hit up. Find them on Facebook, find them on Instagram. First and 10 from the 39-yard line, number 1. That's Birch Bryant.
Bryant Birch. First and so it's Birch. Birch is his last name.
That's what I said.
You went Birch Bryant.
Takes around the outside and taken out of bounds. That was number 4.
Oh, that's a good run. I have a monopoly soon. I can tell you every name, every player.
That's Gerard Glenn Jr. Greenwood. Oh, I think I might have said Greenland on accident, okay. And I do apologize. It is Greenwood. I apologize. I don't know where Greenland came from. Greenwood. And there's going to be number 4 again. Check that. It's going to be number 1,
And they're nearing toward that first down marker, third and about 3 yards.
Third and minus 2 yards. Well, 3 yards at the most. Make it safe. We'll say 3 yards.
Number 0 currently going under center for the Panthers. Number 0 coming to the outside and immediately has his flag pulled.
Did he get the first down, bro?
That was Emmanuel Gamble Jr.
Yeah, number 4 on the tackle
Lost him down.
for the Blue
Second
Devils.
down. Lost about 3 yards.
Yep, and we will be here all day today. We'll be here all day tomorrow. BSN's got you covered, and hopefully, you know, there aren't the traffic issues. We don't have people's cars catching on fire on the highway, hence why we were late. So, I think next time I personally will leave at 5 in the morning to make sure I'm here on time, because goodness gracious.
And they did. I think they drew him off sides. So that's a different level there. They took it up, doing a hard count at the flag football level.
I like it. I love it.
And that gets them a first down.
Good water. First.
Again, still no score. 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, right?
Yep. And the Panthers.
Tight game, folks, tight game. Defensive game. Told you, D1, Battle of the Titans, flag.
Yeah, I mean, when I tell you these kids are spread out.
Yeah, and how often do you see that? They're 10 yards, 15 yards apart.
That's number 1, and unfortunately, that's going to be a false start. The end man there at the line of scrimmage took a step.
False start. 5-yard pick.
What?
First down.
Uh-huh. I told you. Listen, people will tune in from everywhere. They hear their babies playing in a Super Bowl, and they know a free live stream, they hop on. There's number 1, ball snapped to his feet. Ball will be called dead.
Looked like they were trying to do a little bubble screen out there.
Coming up on just under a minute 40 left to go here in the third quarter. Yeah, it looks like it. They got two lead blockers with a receiver sitting behind them, so be interesting to see.
Yeah, and there's only 2 defenders out there, so if it can work.
Number 1's actually going to go with the draw and gets his flag pulled.
That was a good play call there.
And it's going to bring up third down and about 13. 12 or 13. Panthers this time come out. 2 receivers to the top of your screen. Make that now 3 receivers as number 3 motions out. It's Bryant Birch. Cuts back near side. He's got a seam. And I thought he was continuing to go.
Yeah.
However, his flag was pulled.
They got him at the 30.
Right there at the 30.
So I know they do the simulated punt. So where would this put them? Would that put them inside the 10?
I don't know.
I'm not sure how the rules work.
The end of the third quarter. That will be the final play of the third quarter. With your score 0-0 here in the flag game. Good defensive battle from what we've seen. So, yeah, I'm curious if you do a simulated punt. Now, remember, they play on an 80-yard field.
Mm-hmm.
So, right now, they're sitting.
Oh, so I guess they couldn't put them inside the 10. They had to put them right at the goal line.
So, I don't know if that would just be called a touchback. And
yeah.
So hold on. This converted math, if I can try to do this correctly, if it's an 80-yard field, they're currently sitting at the 30-yard line. That puts them at the 15, right?
That would make the most sense.
Hold on. So because the 10-yard line is the goal line, so 5, 10, 15. So that's the 20.
I mean, if you're going to put them 10 yards back, you might as well go for it.
Yeah.
But that's just my thinking. If it's only a 10-yard difference, you might as well go for it.
There's a lot of Devil fans and a lot of Panther fans in the chat. Here we go. The fourth quarter is set to begin. 10 minutes on the clock. Number 0 is going to be under center. It's Emmanuel Gable Jr. He's got number 4 in the backfield with him. Going to hand off to number 4. Number 4 cuts up and immediately has his flag pulled after picking up 2 yards. That'll be a turnover on downs.
Yeah, not the worst case scenario. So you're not like too upset over that 4th down failed conversion, but
0-0.
So 0-0 with 9:30 left to go here in the fourth quarter. Who can pick up a score? Tan Allen, you're right. 6-0. The first one to score just might be the winner.
Yeah.
The way these defenses are playing, it's going to come down to a mistake. It's going to come down to, who can capitalize.
Yeah, and especially with this running clock, 9 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. I mean, this game could easily go into multiple overtime from what we've seen already.
Goodness gracious. And look at that for Pahokee. That young athlete making moves. Oh! And his flag was pulled at the 50, so that's the 40-yard line.
I think I saw a comment down there that the field's just so big. It really does look gigantic when you see all these little guys running around there. No pads or nothing. It's 160 yards and then 50 yards width-wise, so it's a big field for these little guys to run around.
Oh, yeah. Now, again, they play 80 yards on the field, but for those who don't know, this football field used to be a racetrack.
I didn't know that.
You can kind of see the way it bends.
Circle. Yep. Oh, no.
Ball's on the ground. That'll mark the play dead. Your ball carrier was, I believe, number 3 was your ball carrier for Pahokee.
So you can't fumble and flag, right? It's automatically dead?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
So here we go. It's going to be second down and about 6.
I think they're going to get a false start here.
Offside on the Blue Devils. They'll be taking that back 5 yards. Offside on the Blue Devils.
That was number 1 was the ball carrier for Pahokee.
And if you guys have names of these Pahokee Blue Blue Devils players. We don't have the roster for them, so if you could drop those down, that'd be great. Their name and number.
We have rosters for every other game, so this won't happen. It was just one of those situations where when things could go wrong, they did this morning. So, but right now we're on air. Offsides on the defense, so that'll be a free 5 yards.
Well, that was after they lost the 5 yards, so it's kind of like they're repeating.
Hey, you'll still take it, so brings it back to 2nd and 6. All right, so number 4 is Kashad McRae. All right. To the outside, and
looked like he was going for the football tackle there, all body.
That was number 1. Number 1 for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, Birch wasn't afraid to
get
some contact out. That's all right. You can get away with it a little bit.
Now, in flag, if you get caught tackling, trip someone up, that is a penalty. So you got to be careful of that.
I'm guessing that's a 15-yarder probably too.
I think 5 or 10.
Oh.
I think.
I told you, Greenwood got them grits and that feast. I made them more this morning.
To the outside, and gets his flag pulled. It's going to bring up 4th down at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, no gain. Just ran sideways, tried to use the speed, but just couldn't get around him there.
They've got to get to the 30-yard line. So on the field it says 40, but it's about the 30-yard line. They need my boy Pinball up there. So, 4:41 left to go in the game. So, all right, so let's just say this goes to overtime, and for the fans out there, I want to look. I've done 3 different leagues now. I've done the MFFCC. I've done the ACYAA. I've also done Pop Warner. How are the overtime rules in the MFFCC? Are they college rules where each team gets 4 shots from the 10-yard line, or how do overtimes work in the MFFCC? If someone could let me know, I would be very grateful and appreciative. Like I said, when you do 3 different leagues throughout the year, sometimes it's hard mixing up because each league will have their own set of rules. All right, so Pahokee going forward here on 4th down. It's 4th and 5. Can the Panthers defense get a big stop here? Thank you very much. It's like the college rules, both get a chance to. All right. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Little Devils, and we got Tri-City Bulls. St. Pete in the house.
As the PA announcer is trying to get everyone fired up and woken up first thing in the morning. All right, so they were going to go from the 20. All right, thank you very much. So number 1 for the Little Devils.
Oh.
And do they get him? Who moved first?
I think that's a false start.
That's going to be false start on the Panthers.
On the Blue Devils. Receiver jumped a little early.
Or that's what I meant, on the Blue Devils.
Go
Now,
yard.
instead of a 4th and 5,
So-
you get a 4th and 10.
4th and 10 now. Someone says all the 7-2-7 teams are going to win today. All right. I like the confidence. Fires and incomplete, but there was a flag on the play. Holding on the offense. And if I'm the Panthers, you just decline that. That's 4th down, turnover on downs.
I think they're going to I think they accepted it.
Well, actually, it's holding. So,
Fourth down.
all right.
Take it back.
So holding
15 yards.
and
Going backwards, Bill.
and the Blue Devils
Blue
will
Devils
punt.
move backwards. Okay, they punted. The first
So
and
that'll
10.
put the ball 1st and 10.
First and
It's a long
10.
punt.
Huh?
I said, that's a long punt.
Yeah, it is. All right, so that puts them on the 10-yard line.
First and 10, punt the ball.
So 1st and 70, essentially.
Punt the ball on the 20-yard line.
Yeah,
All right,
3.5 to go, and this clock's not going to stop unless they take a timeout. So.
Yep. 3:34. Like I said, 3:34. I'll Chase. I'll let you know who the numbers are on the backfield, and you can get their names out there.
I
So
got you.
all right. So it looks like taking the snap is going to be number 1,
That's Bryant Birch.
and he has 2 backs in the backfield. One of them is number 3.
Ron Winston III.
And Birch takes it himself.
And flag pulled, loss of 2 by the end, coming off hard.
I don't disagree with that.
Yeah, that's a long punt.
I mean, I would think for
I mean, they punted from
10, maybe 15 yards most.
Yeah, they punted from the opposite 45. So
Yeah, I agree that. All right, Birch is back under center. Actually, it's going to be number 3. Number 3 finds some open room, and his flag gets pulled. That's a touchdown-saving flag pull.
that was number 10 for the Blue Devils with the touchdown saving tackle. But
And
on the carry was Winston III.
At the 35.
Winston the third. Again, if he slips that one, he's gone. Because you saw him trying to, kick in that gear. He was ready to kick into that next gear.
Yeah, number 10 fully extended his arm like at max reach he could go. Just plucked the flag with the fingertips there.
Punt further than in high school.
It's almost true.
Right. I've seen some high school punts not go 10 yards. I thought it was a house call too. But here we go. The Panthers. It's number 1 on the pass. Birch had an open receiver. Overthrew that one just a bit.
Heck of a throw.
That was a heck of a throw.
From the 35 almost down to the 50.
And his intended receiver was number 6. That's Antonio Dixon Jr. Nearly had himself a nice grab.
That was about a 15-yard plus throw.
Good defense, good defense. Not enough offense. Let's go, let's go.
All right, that's Birch. Birch is back in under center. Birch is going to take it himself. Birch following his blockers. Still good. Nope. His
5 yards.
flag was pulled at about the
Is at the 40.
so the 40-yard line. So that's the 30.
On Greenwood. Timeout on Greenwood.
Timeout. Greenwood Panthers with 1:09 left to go. It's going to bring up third down from the 39.
Yeah, we've already seen a couple explosive players that they can go to. Try to get a long run or maybe even a long pass. We've seen the capability of the throw.
And again, 1:09 left to go in the game. No score. Keep it posted here on Facebook. If you have friends who don't have Facebook, you can share the YouTube link with them. We are also live on our YouTube page, so everybody, there's no reason you can't watch your athlete if you want. All right, all right, all right. That, I'll say that's just your phone signal, because right now we look great.
Yep, nope, we're good.
And so here we go.
Maybe 2 or 3 more plays left.
Maybe.
Got a minute and 9.
Getting the end zone, minute 9 left.
Number 3 is in under center. That's going to be Thurin Winston. Winston trying to get to the outside, and his flag will get pulled.
Oh, I believe that was number 4. That's McCray.
All day long. Non-stop. They playing their heart out on both sides of the ball.
So it's going to bring up 4th and short. 4th and about 3 now for the Panthers. Yes, we will. We will be live on the page. So in between each broadcast, we'll end the broadcast. So like whenever this game ends, we will end the broadcast and get set up for the next game.
22 seconds left. Might as well just try something here.
And I believe that's Birch. And Birch gets his flag pulled. Lil Devils, or the Blue Devils, absolutely making a play in the backfield. 9 seconds left. Clock is stopped.
So they'll get one more play, I think, to score.
One more play before we head to overtime, possibly. Look, let me go ahead and plug this up because I don't want my device to go out on me. What in the heck? There we go. Okay. Plugged up. Now they put 2 more seconds on the clock. There's 11 seconds on the clock.
I don't know how many timeouts they have or how much they get. Would assume they have at least one timeout.
Again, we'd like to thank our sponsor here, Gamers R Us. If you know someone who's a trading card collector, whether it's Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball Z, any of the big trading cards, I would even suggest if there's any Magic the Gathering players out there, head on over to their YouTube and head on over to their Facebook and their website. That's gamersrus.net. We'd like to thank them for stepping up and sponsoring the broadcast. If you're in Cocoa, Florida, head on over and check them out. So here we go. Oh, that was a turnover on downs.
Yeah. So the Blue Devils will have one last.
Yep,
gasp
Blue
here.
Devils. Oh, and the
Fumble.
fumble on the play. Stops the clock. Timeout called by the Pahokee Blue Devils.
I don't think the clock ever got a chance to run. Still 11
Timeout on
seconds.
both sides. 1 second off. We got another second off. Okay. 1 second off.
So they're going to run 1 second off.
There we go. There we go. Second and 10 or second and 12 to go. Still Blue Devils trying to
10 seconds left to go in the game.
10 seconds to go.
Young athlete gets to the outside
Cut right. Cut.
and gets his flag pulled at about the
Time is running out.
35.
And we will be going into overtime.
And it's overtime, folks.
Both sides stand up and give your teams a round of applause. You fight so hard for the Super Bowl crown.
It's time for overtime. First game of the day, championship to be decided. Extra football. So who you got, folks? Who do you got for each team? Give us the team and the player who's going to score for that team. Let's have some fun early in the morning, folks. Who do you think's going to score for? If you think the Blue Devils are going to score, you say Blue Devils and then number such and such. If you think Greenwood is going to score, you say Greenwood and number such and such. Let's have a little fun.
I think so far I've seen more of an offense from Greenwood.
You're right. We've definitely seen more ball movement, but we've also seen games where the team that's been able to move the ball, essentially in between the 40s, but then in the red zone,
The field shrinks and you have less.
right. And again, these kids are now under more pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's overtime.
This is for the bowl. The
Yes.
Super Bowl.
Exactly. This is to hoist a trophy.
Put a
This,
ring on your finger.
yes. By the way, Brevard Sports Network got a couple of those rings last year.
Okay.
They sit promptly in the studio. They're nice rings that they get them. They really are.
Got a couple for Brian Birch to score there.
Huh?
For Greenwood.
Okay.
Number 4, Glenn Jr.
Let's go get it.
So, as we head into overtime, trying to talk over the music here, make sure we're not getting, trying to make sure we're not going to be kicked off the air for that wonderful thing called copyright. But, yeah, they're meeting at midfield.
Yeah, those are
The two coaches. All right, folks, I'm going to go ahead and mute, and we'll be right back. All right, folks. Coming to you for the first overtime, and it looks like they'll take over the Greenwood Panthers. Looks like we'll be playing defense first.
First and 10 at the 20.
So first and 10 from the 10. You get 4 downs from the 10-yard line. Well, I mean for them it's the 20, but
10 yards
yeah.
to go to the touchdown.
Oh, nice move. Inside, outside, inside.
Makes a move.
I think they had him down for just a 3-yard gain there.
That'll be second down and goal. Second down.
Second and goal from the 8.
Oh no, I told you they chasing some rabbits out there in Pahokee. I told you.
7 or 8 yard line. Pahokee trying to So second and 7 as Pahokee trying to put this one in. Under center. Tried to put it up the middle.
I think they're going to give it to him.
And he's in. Touchdown, Pahokee Blue Devils.
Straight shot right up the gut. I don't know if I caught a number. Maybe I think maybe 3.
Number 3. Touchdown, number 3 from the Pahokee Blue Devils. Someone knows the number or the name behind number 3.
So this is a crucial extra point because if
yes, it is.
Greenwood if they don't convert here, Greenwood were to score, they could win with their own extra point. That was the first score of the whole game coming in overtime.
Makes a move, cuts inside, but not before his flag is pulled. So the extra point is no good, but Pahokee gets on the board first here in overtime.
That's huge for Greenwood to stop that up there.
Greenwood gets the opportunity now to answer. That was number 3 on the carry. So how does Greenwood respond? Number 3's name is Raducci Miller. So Raducci Miller gets the score for the Blue Devils.
Yeah, we know Greenwood has a talent in the backfield. Can the front 5 just hold them long enough for them to get past that first wave of defenders and gain some yards, because they do have 4 downs to do it.
Let's go.
And there's a flag already. And that's going to be motion on the defense.
And now you have 4 downs to get 5 yards if you're Greenwood Panthers here. So
I apologize if I pronounced his name wrong. So here we go. Here comes the Panthers. Bunch of motion.
Trying to confuse that defense.
And they had it. They had the read they wanted and unfortunately couldn't grab a hold of the snap.
Once again, I got DJ Swig up here on the boy country, man, on the microphone speaking today.
For
once again, I apologize. I can't see your son's number. I just holler out
for,
your hand up, I get it right.
Here we go. Second and 6. And they're going with that same play. They have the read they want. If they can get this snap off, I like it. And he went right up the middle. That was not what I thought.
Yeah, I thought he was going to go to the right side with everybody motioning left. I thought that right side was going to be open there.
All right, so yes, so Miller for the Blue Devils. I know I can pronounce Miller correctly. Miller for the Blue Devils.
So now after the 5 yards, it's gone bleak for the Panthers here. Now it's still another 3rd and 5.
All right. Again, this is overtime. 3rd and 5 for the Panthers. There's number 3, gets to the outside. He's got to turn the corner, gets his flag pulled.
Yeah, that's not just a regular flag pull. That's a tackle for loss or a flag pull for loss. Loss of about 2 yards as well.
That was number 10 for Pahokee.
Yeah, and the Panthers are going to call timeout to discuss this fourth and 7, 4th and goal, 7 yards to go.
So 4th in the ball game. Let's just call it what it is. 4th and the ball game here in overtime. Greenwood's going to take this opportunity to call a timeout and make sure everyone's on the same page, reading the same book, on the same line. Here we go.
This is for bragging rights. This is for a ring. This is for that banner set up at your home stadium.
Right. This is for all the bragging rights. Look.
Doesn't get much bigger than this.
No. You get to post with that trophy. You know, this is 6U or 6U flag. You have some 4-year-olds, 4 and 5-year-olds on these teams. The Greenwood Panthers need a touchdown right here, or this is game. So let's go. It's number 0. Number 0 is under center. Emmanuel Gable Jr. And it's snapped. And around. Can he get around the outside? Cuts back inside. And the defensive flagpole.
Oh, just short.
And the Pahokee Blue Devils claim the first championship of the day. The Pahokee Blue Devils.
2 yards separate a Super Bowl ring. Wow. 2 yards.
The Division I flag championship goes to the Pahokee Blue Devils. What a game. Low score defensive battle, 6-0. Number 3 Miller had the deciding touchdown in the first possession of overtime. Chase, what a way to start the day.
Yeah, and you thought Greenwood had all the momentum. It was 1st and 5. 5 yards to go until the goal line. and then you get the fumble that sets them back a couple yards, and it just went downhill from there, and that 2 yards cost them that Super Bowl ring right there.
I mean, look, if you're the Greenwood Panthers, you have nothing to hold your heads. You played a great game.
Yep.
You got to this point. But you know what? The Pahokee Blue Devils will be the ones hoisting the trophy, posting on social media, showing off the rings. And everybody, it has been a great day. So, folks, what we're going to do is we're going to end the broadcast to make sure we can get ready for the next game. Next game will be 6U. 6U coming up right here on the Brevard Sports Network. See you in about 5-10 minutes for